So we're continuing our converting rectangular form to polar form, which basically means we're taking our complex number and we're converting it into a polar version of that. So we have some information, but we may not need any of it. We're going to draw a picture and see what we have. So if I draw a negative 5i, it's basically a 0 plus a negative 5i, so that's your x, that's your y. So we're just going to go down 5i. So we're looking at that. All right, well, pieces that we need are the r value. If you were to draw a circle on this, your r would equal 5. And then your theta is going to be, what angle is that? That angle is going to be 270. So that's everything we need. So we needed the angle and we needed the radius. We're going to write it in that form. So it's going to be 5 cosine 270 plus I sine 270. That's it. And then the second one, or the third example total, but second one on this lesson, this video is we're going to be doing actually converting from polar to rectangular. We're going to start to introduce that a little bit. So we're going to start off as 3 CIS 250. And so if we want to go from this form, the CIS just means that it's the cosine of 250 plus I sine of 250. And so this one we do a little bit, it's meant to be a calculator problem because 250 degrees is not something that I know as a reference angle. I don't know if it's like a 30-degree reference angle, 60, 45, or if it's on an axis. It's none of those, which really means that it's meant to be a calculator problem. So I can rewrite this, and there's a reason why I will rewrite this. 250 degrees plus I sine of 250 degrees. And then if I distribute this in, 3 cosine plus 3i sine of 250. Basically, this just became something I just put right into the calculator because, good news, 3 cosine 250 is r, where are we at? R cosine theta. That is your x value. So that's going to be your x. This r sine is going to be your y. And then we're just tagging I onto it. So we plug that right into the calculator. If you plug that into the calculator, it's going to get you a negative 1.03. And then when you plug this right into the calculator, it's going to get you a negative 2.82. And we tack an I onto it. So that's a very straightforward one. They're not all going to be like that, but that's definitely a calculator because your reference angle, if you were to draw this, 250 degrees is like a 70-degree reference angle, which is not something that I'm familiar with. So you could just distribute it through and then just realize that the cosine is your x value, sine is your y value. As long as you have a radius attached to it, then you can just multiply it into the calculator and it's going to give you what you need. So that one was actually converting your polar into your rectangular form.